Good evening and welcome to the Robinson Sports Network presented by UAMS Health and by First Community Bank. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It is playoff football under the Friday night lights here at Charlie George Stadium. Your Joe T. Robinson Senators are set to take on the Devil Dogs of Morrilton High School. It is the last game before the 5A state championship game. This game is for all the marbles. Whoever wins this matchup goes on to play one last game at War Memorial Stadium next week. Will it be the Devil Dogs or will it be your Senators? We'll just have to wait and find out as the Senators are playing. The Senator Sound, that is. They're playing their alma mater here tonight. It is a packed house. I could not find any parking when I first came in earlier. Morrilton, they're ready to go because they have had one heck of a run in this playoffs. Let's talk about those Devil Dogs right quick. They're coming into the season, or into this game, 10-2 overall after going 5-2 in the 5A West. Of course, when it's the playoffs, it's always 0-0. So what have they done so far in the playoffs? Well, they knocked off last week the number one seed out of the 5A South, the Hot Springs Trojans. They were a team that I think a lot of people expected would come here to Charlie George Stadium and take on the Senators. That did not happen. They are able to knock off the Trojans 34-27. It was a shootout. Obviously, Morrilton put up 34 points, but they also allowed over 500 total yards by the Trojans. Let me say that one more time. Over 500 yards Morrilton gave up. So that should give you an idea. Morrilton, yeah, they put up 34 points, but they gave up all those yards and still allowed 27 points. That defense is talented, but they can give up some big plays here and there. And you can hear this crowd right now as we're just about 3 minutes away from kickoff here. It's not even time yet. We're not ready. But this crowd certainly is. But I'm going to give you an idea as why this Morrilton offense is so deadly, and it all starts with that quarterback, Maddox Berry, the 6'2 senior, number 18, passed for 3 touchdowns.
He is now number 1 in the record books with a career 1,957 yards through 12 games so far this year.
And I think I paused to let the public address announcer give you some statistics right there. Deuce Williams, who had to leave last week due to an injury, so he didn't even play the entire fourth quarter, really didn't even play half of the second half, but he had 294 rushing yards in that win over Farmington to move on to this game, and only 20 carries along with 2 touchdowns. He almost had 300 yards on the ground by himself. Most teams don't put up 294 yards on the ground in a game. And now at 1,997 rushing yards for the season, Deuce Williams has broken some records. Not a single Senator running back has been better than Kevin Deuce Williams Jr. 1,997 yards. Let's just let that number sink in. He just needs 3 yards to eclipse 2,000 rushing yards in 13 games. That's Derrick Henry high school numbers, if you know what that's all about. My goodness, just what a year, what a career in only 2 seasons that Deuce Williams has been with this program. Frankly, last year, outside of finding the end zone 11 times on the ground and 3 times on the air, was he that impressive? No, I mean, it was such it was a run-first committee offense, rather. He only had 442 rushing yards last year. He had over half that last week. just what a monster season he's had. And he, of course, because of that, he picked up an offer from Stephen F. Austin, a solid FCS school out of Texas last week. So the sky is the limit. The talent is limitless for that young man. But, of course, he's not the only one playing for the Senators. And I will note, he's not the only one that has allowed them to be so successful on the ground. I haven't talked about them enough this year, but that offensive line, the boys in the trenches, have been so impressive this season. Let me give a shout out to each and every one of those starting linemen. Dominio Patterson starts at left tackle. He's already committed to go play for Tulsa next year. Will he play O-line or D-line? That's the big question. Regardless, he's going to be a star. At left guard, C.J. Bryant.
Kicking off from the clock in this direction.
Did want to hold up just a second. They made a public announcement. Okay, so the Senators will be kicking off. They're going to defer to the second half. So Morrilton will get to see their offense early here. But again, back to that O-line. C.J. Bryant has been a 3-year starter for them. Then Sheriff Wolf has been a great player, having at center, very trustworthy. At right guard is Fisher Taylor, who's played a lot more on the D-line this year as well, and he's been fantastic. And then Jaden Boston in his first year as a starter, that senior, I see him getting a few college offers, or at least having a college football future. And then even guys like Peyton Cobb have gotten a lot of time on the O-line. He's almost been like the sixth man for the Senators this year. But again, this will be a fantastic game. I'm talking all about offense because that's what we are going to see a lot of tonight. Number 99, William Tate, is out there for the Senators, ready to kick this one off. There's 3 Devil Dogs back to receive, including number 15, Jamarcus Sandridge. The senior receiver is deadly. He had 69 receiving yards last week, including a touchdown. And that one will be tossed back to Sandridge. Good thing I mentioned him. He's got the ball right there, but he doesn't go too much farther past the 20. There is some dirty laundry on the field around the 25-yard line by the Devil Dogs sideline. We'll see what the call is, but Kalen Norwood made the tackle right there.
Block in the back, receiving team number 20.
It will be a block in the back against Morrilton.
Morrilton's ball, first down.
So a little less breathing room for the Devil Dogs to work with. And, of course, I did not introduce myself. I'm Chris Gay, your play-by-play and color commentator tonight. I'm running solo this evening. And we do apologize. We didn't have a coach's show. Of course, it was Turkey Day yesterday. But the Senators, of course, were practicing on Turkey Day. It's something they haven't done since 2021, and they were excited to get back to be able to doing that, as Frampton's going to tackle him out of bounds. That will bring up second down off a 4-yard reception. That was Champ McNabb, the coach's son, who's been fantastic this season as their third wide receiver. They have 3 wide receivers that are just so tough to deal with. Of course, we saw Sandridge with the kick return, then McNabb right there, along with Dante Cox, who's also fantastic. Hand off to the running back. It's Tank Reese bringing him down, along with 3 of his teammates, Dominio Patterson and Jaden Todd, also there on cleanup duty. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the for the Devil Dogs. Shotgun formation. Barry, D1 quarterback, looks left, broken up by Jaden Todd, and that will bring up 4th down. Great coverage by the junior.
It brings up 4th down.
It's a rare 3 and out for the Devil Dogs, especially early in this game. So they're going to have to punt this football for the first time tonight. Kyron Grimes and Hakeem Frampton are back to receive for the Senators. Santos, the punter. That's a nice high one, and it's going to be fair caught by Frampton. And the Devil Dogs are lucky, just called the fair catch because that probably, when Hakeem Frampton catches a kickoff return, half the time it goes back to the house. Take another look at that stop, bringing up third down. Of course, Tank Reese all over it to start, and he also picked up an offer from Stephen F. Austin over the weekend along with Deuce Williams. They both took a visit there last week, and from what I understand, it was going to happen at some point. That school had been recruiting them pretty hard, and glad to see they finally got those offers. So no Deuce Williams to start. I'm curious about his availability tonight, but it's going to be a handoff to Hakeem Frampton. Frampton, the receiver, finally goes down after picking up a UAMS first down. That was Jeremiah Smallwood eventually making the tackle. But Hakeem Frampton, if my numbers are correct, that's his first handoff of the year. Of course, is a phenomenal wide receiver, leads the team in receiving yards, over 500 on the year, but not known as a running back. So we'll see about Deuce Williams if he's really going to be much of a factor here tonight. Would love to see him get over 2,000 rushing yards on the year, as Simpson's going to throw that one incomplete. Will be second down. Just everybody was covered up right there. But again, remember, if you see number 2, Deuce Williams, head out onto the field for the Senators, there's a good chance he gets the football. And, of course, he got injured last week. I know we looked back. It appeared he hurt his ankle a couple times. And, Farmington was physical, and so it just didn't help Deuce at all. I know he's been banged up throughout the season, and he was tough. But, again, he did not play for the majority of the second half, and did not play for the entire fourth quarter, as Tank Reese, the linebacker and running back extraordinaire, has a burst of speed. He's got one man to beat, stiff arms him, and he's down inside the 5. There is a flag. Oh, Tank Reese, I think that may be on the Senators. We'll see. But the Senators have gotten hit with those excessive celebration or unsportsmanlike conduct, however you want to call it, several times this year. But what a gain by Tank Reese. And if that run stands, which, it will, they just may have to be backed up a little bit.
After the play was over, personal foul, defense number 20.
Oh, it's actually personal foul against the defense. I'm sorry. I've seen too many of those little unsportsmanlike calls. Oh, yep. That was an easy one against that. I don't know what Josh Sharp was thinking right there, but it just gave the Senators maybe a yard. Didn't help them too much more, but Tank Reese the back. He'll get the handoff. Tank Reese dives into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Senators are on the board for the first time tonight, and William Tate is out there for the First Community Bank extra point attempt. Well, that's exactly the way you want to start in a playoff game. With a rushing touchdown, especially off a penalty, it's nice. But, of course, Tank Reese up over 100 rushing yards this season with that big run. Aaron Freeman to hold. Tate, kick is up and good. So your Senators with the 7-0 lead, and while we have a second, let's hear from one of our sponsors. Who will it be? That is the question of the day. Let's see here. When you bank local, everyone wins. That's why we're proud to support the Senators in our community. At First Community Bank, we're all about helping our neighbors thrive. We know that when you bank local, your money stays right here in town, which means businesses can thrive and people can get things done. But that doesn't mean it has to stop there. We want to help make sure the Senators are thriving too. And the best way to do that is by supporting them with your time and money. So go out there, show your pride for the Senators by wearing their t-shirt and cheering them on at every game this season. Go Senators! First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. Of course, only one more game after this one, assuming the Senators can move on if they come away with a win over Morrilton. They have one more game, and that is the championship game, which will be played, I believe it's next week if my schedule is correct, but it will be against the winner of Parkview and Lakeside High School out of Hot Springs. Of course, I don't think that game is being streamed, which is unfortunate. We'd love to be able to keep that with the score updates. We're going to try to keep an eye on the score as best as we can throughout the night so we can see who the potential matchup in the championship will be. Here's Sandridge with the return. Not much working for him. He's going to try to reverse field, and that does not work out for him at all. It's wrapped up. Finally brought down around the 15. I thought I saw a flag go flying. I don't see it on the ground.
He was taken down by number 14, Aaron Freeman.
Aaron Freeman, I believe, was the first to touch him there. I think forward progress is going to help out the Devil Dogs here. I think they're going to mark him at the 20. Again, I thought I saw a flag, but... Oh, okay. I wasn't wrong. So it will be a face mask on the Senators. So the Devil Dogs get some extra yards right there. It's good field position to start out around the 36-yard line. Still in their own territory. So Maddox Berry, number 18, the big quarterback, is committed to the University of Central Arkansas. And, of course, so is Josiah Warrior Benson, a wide receiver for the Senators. So there's a good chance that he'll be catching passes from Berry. And big hit laid out there by Aaron McAdory. That was Criswell. And if the Criswell name is very familiar, and I haven't exactly checked the genealogy, but Breland Criswell, the running back, as that ball's loose, and Berry is sacked by Fisher Taylor and Dominio Patterson. So that's going to be a loss of about 7 yards. And they're going to go quick here. I'll finish my thought here in a second. 3 receivers, far side, 1 on the near side. Berry looking at the sideline. Josiah Warrior Benson, a receiver. Also playing defense tonight as he's coming off the right edge. Looking to take down his future teammate. Berry's just going to throw this one. It's caught. Was he inbounds? They say he was. What a catch by... Trying to see who that was. That may have been Sandridge. I'm not sure. We'll have to see a replay later on. Senators scrambling on defense. Outside and dropped. That was Dante Cox, who couldn't get that. Couldn't get that catch right there. A 2nd and 10 in Senator territory. Shotgun formation. Berry looks right. Got his man open at Sandridge. And he's got the UAMS first. The other thought that I was going to say before I lost track of it was Criswell, the running back. That name may be familiar to Hog fans as Jacoby Criswell was the backup quarterback for the Arkansas Razorbacks a year ago. Or no, 2 years ago, excuse me, as Criswell is going to get planted. Actually, his own offensive lineman ran into him, and that will help out the Senators. He'll lose 3 yards right there. That was Lennox Campos, who got injured last week. He's playing with a club on his hand, but of course it's not really impacting his play much. He's been fantastic. But Criswell, I believe he's related to Jacoby Criswell. Of course, that Criswell was a fantastic quarterback for the Devil Dogs years ago, and a flag goes flying. The Senators not happy, but that should be either probably a pass interference by Grimes. We'll see what the official ruling is. Yep, pass interference.
Number 4. That penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot. The result will be a first down.
So first down for the Devil Dogs. Take another look at it here. Barry had his man, and actually that was Frampton. I thought that was on Grimes, but that was Hakeem Frampton picking up the penalty there. Not a guy that picks up a lot. And we're going to have stoppage in play. I'm not sure why. May have been a clock situation with 7:43. We're ready to go. Devil Dogs in the red zone. Fakes the handoff. Barry looking outside and incomplete over the head of his intended receiver, Dante Cox. Oh, okay. So now there's a flag on the play. Oh, okay. So I'm listening to the public address announcer. He helps me out time to time as identifying who makes a tackle, who comes away, if there's a flag. He got confused. There was a leaf on the field, so he thought there was a flag. There is no flag. Plays resuming here. Barry looking left. Under pressure. Got his man open. Touchdown, Devil Dogs. The connection, senior to senior. Maddox Berry finding his star receiver, Jamarcus Sandage, for I believe is his third reception of the evening. And now he's into the end zone. And the Devil Dogs on to attempt the first Community Bank extra point attempt. It's the senior, Aaron Akalas, on to attempt the extra point. It's a high one, and it's through the uprights. So the Devil Dogs have tied this one up with the Senators. 7-7 with 7:31 left to play. Of course, we're going to stay right here as took another look at that great catch and run by Sandage. It was a matter of time before we got to see the Devil Dogs get on the board. Like I said, they are one of the best offenses. That is touchdown number 47 for Maddox Berry. Yes, you heard that right. That is his 47th passing touchdown of the season. And technically, when you look at Berry's numbers and what he did last year, he didn't have that great of a year. He didn't quite eclipse 3,000 passing yards this year, because last year he had over 4,000 passing yards and 57 passing touchdowns. It's hard to fathom. And I can understand why the University of Central Arkansas, along with East Tennessee State and Eastern Kentucky, sent him offers to play for them next year. And, of course, he decided to stay close to home, about 30 minutes down the road from Morrilton, is University of Central Arkansas in Conway. And that one will be up and over the head of Kyrie Grimes, but it will bounce into the end zone for the touchback. So the Senators will get the football at the 20, and we'll see what this offense can cook up here. They look pretty good the last drive. Of course, they got a lot better field position their last possession. Would love to see some passing right here. Of course, for those of you that have not tuned in, whether it's the Morrilton fans or I know I have some recent new Senator fans, my cousins from Alabama, I know are tuning in tonight. So thank you all for tuning in and trying to mold y'all into some Senator fans as well. But this is a talented receiving core for the Senators. There's one going in motion, Frampton. It's going to be a handoff, though, to Bryce Young Cunningham, who maybe got a yard. Of course, Cunningham was really good last week. He's been great all year long. He's got 401 rushing yards, I guess now 402 rushing yards this season. He's found the end zone 3 times and then twice through the air. But last week, when he had to step up in the wake of Deuce Williams' injury, he had 7 rushing attempts for 74 yards, got this crowd fired up, and almost single-handedly gave this team momentum. Here's another great running back. It's Trey Petty. A flag goes flying. He gets maybe a yard, if not back to the line of scrimmage.
Taking down the number 7, Alec Jones. There is a flag on the play.
We'll see what the penalty is. There's no
Run. Holding. Offense.
We'll be holding on the offense, so that backs them up. Unfortunate.
Second down.
As they're running out of breathing room right there, take another look at that run. Of course, there was a hold on the outside. I'm not sure who that was that committed the penalty, but regardless, it will be 2nd and 19 for Robinson. 4 receivers on the near side. From left to right, it's Josiah Warrior Benson, Jaden Todd, Braylon Brown, and Trey Petty. Simpson under center, now backs up. The blitz coming. Simpson incomplete. He was looking outside. I believe that's Hakeem Frampton, who's on the far side, and had not turned around. So it will be 3rd and 19 now.
Brings up 3rd down and 19 for Robinson.
Of course, this receiving core for the Senators, very talented. Sometimes all you have to do is just throw a short pass and let them try to pick up 20 yards on their own. 3 receivers, far side. 1 on the near side, it's Frampton. He's got single coverage, but with the safety overlooking him. Simpson's got to get rid of it. Up and over the head of Braylon Brown. It was a risky a risky pass. Could have resulted in an interception, and now it's going to be a 3 and out by the Senators.
Brings up 4th down and 19 for Joe T.
So William Tate is set to punt this football away. Jamarcus Sandridge stands at the Robinson logo
William Tate comes up
in Senator territory. Tate is in his own end zone.
15, Jamarcus Sandridge back to return for the Devil Dogs.
6:40 left to play in the first quarter. And the Devil Dogs jump. Let's see if it is indeed the Devil Dogs that jumped right here. Or is the officials going to talk about it?
Dead ball. Snap infraction. Center picked the ball up and put it back down on the offense.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. That was a snap infraction or whatever he just said. I believe Sheriff Wolf is the deep snapper. He picked up the ball and put it back down. So I didn't catch that. So Tate, it's going to be a punt bouncing around the 35, and it's going to be picked up by Aaron Freeman. So not a great punt right there, but about a 40-yard punt is about all you could ask for in that situation, especially with Tate, his heels towards the back of his own end zone. So the Devil Dogs will get the football right back. It's 1st and 10 from the Senator 36-yard line. Excellent field position here, already looking like they're in scoring position. Shotgun formation. Barry, handoff to Criswell. Not much happening for him there. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Keaton Robinson in the carry for the Devil Dogs.
Excuse me, that was Keaton Robinson, who's been great this year as well. Devil Dogs looking to go quickly here.
2nd down and 9 for the Dogs.
6 minutes remaining in the period. 3 receivers near side. Keep an eye on him. Tank Reese looking like he's going to rush the passer. And it's going to be a deep shot downfield to Sandage, and just in between his hands, but a flag goes flying.
Barry's pass falls incomplete to Jamarcus Sandage.
He was hoping to connect with Sandage for the 2nd time in the end zone this evening. I think we all know who that penalty is going to be on. It will definitely be on the Senators there. It was a touchdown saving penalty, though.
During the pass. Holding on the defense, number 0. That penalty is 10
It was
yards.
Kyron Grimes that time. Got him for a holding.
First down.
An automatic first for the Devil Dogs. up to the 25-yard line. Senators looking to rush 4 here. They got in the backfield several times against Farmington last week. We'll see if they can do it again. It's going to be a handoff to Robinson. And not much at all right there. Multiple flags go flying. It may be on the offense that time as he got back to the line of scrimmage. But that was all he could get right there. So the trickery did not fool the Senators as Devil Dogs already backing up a bit.
During the run, holding on the offense, number 59.
It will be holding against Hayden Johnson, the offensive guard. Actually, rather the right tackle for the Devil Dogs. So they get the football pretty much where they started the drive at. It's 1st and 20. Barry looking left, got his man. It's Cox, spun out of one tackle and was able to get it up to the original line of scrimmage. So a 10-yard pickup for the senior. It was a good catch and run for a former all-conference wide receiver. 3 receivers, far side, 1 on the near side. Barry rolling right, looking, going deep, got his man, and Sandage up and over his head. Was that pass landed incomplete, out of bounds. So I think everybody in the stadium knows who Barry is looking for at first on every drive, or excuse me, every play. Keep an eye, 15. Towards the bottom left of your screen. Excuse me, that's not 15, that's 19. I can't count. Number 15's towards the top right of your screen. That's Dante Cox. Number 19 on the near side. Also want to keep an eye on him. Barry looking. Got his man complete. Did not get the first. He's short. He's close. But he was able to find Asher Hogan. That was Jaden Todd on the stop, and I think it was about a 9-yard pickup right there. The officials having a conversation right now. Not sure what about. Oh, so that ball's going to go backwards here. An ineligible receiver downfield. Did not see that one coming. I didn't even see a flag on the field. So an unfortunate break for the Devil Dogs as it's 3rd and a mile. 3rd and 18 with just under 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Same formation. Barry looking right and could not get it to his intended target. You guessed it, Jamarcus Sandage. So that will bring up 4th down, but here's where it gets interesting. This may be a little bit too far outside of the range of their kicker, but it's a tad too close for their punter to try to pin the Senators back. The line to go is at the 15-yard line. They're going to go for it. They may try to pick up the automatic first. No, they won't. Barry looking right over the middle, incomplete. Was looking for Sandage, and it just bounced off his hands. It's a cold night here at Charlie George Stadium, so that may happen a handful of times. So your Senators take over at their own 31-yard line. We'll take another look at it there. Barry, the quarterback, looking. That was Sandage, wide open for the most part. That would have been a first down, I believe, but just could not get it complete right there. Trey Petty, the running back for the Senators, towards the left of your screen. Simpson, the quarterback's going to hand off to the junior. Petty, big hole right there. Braylon Brown back there to block, and no flags. and he's down around the 2-yard line. So Petty, oh my goodness, that was very close to a touchdown right there. And just shy of 70 yards on that run. 68-yard run by Trey Petty. My goodness, what an athlete. A guy that started the season as a reserve wide receiver after being a starter last year, and now he's been a part of this deep running back room. He'll get the handoff again, and is he in? He's in! Touchdown, Senators! The extra little push from that O-line propelled him forward, and the Senators take the lead. And Tate is out there to try to extend it to a 7-point advantage over the Devil Dogs.
The Senators touchdown brought to you by Chris Johnson Farm Bureau. And it brings William Tate on.
That was Petty's 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And previously, his longest run was just 21 yards. Now it's at 68. What a season he has had. That kick is up, and it's good. So Tate nails the first Community Bank extra point attempt. He's 2 of 2 tonight. Take another look there, and credit Jaden Boston. The 6', 290 right tackle was the one coming in there to give Petty that little bit of a push he needed into the gold turf. Rather, the gold grass, excuse me. That is Will Stafford's line right there. Unfortunately, he can't be up here with me in the booth. He's actually on the sideline, though. He's doing his other job with KATV. He's getting some highlights so they can show on the broadcast later this evening. But, of course, ignore all that. You guys are with me. You're stuck with me into the end of this game. So thank you all for tuning in tonight. This, regardless of what happens, regardless of if the Senators win or lose, this will be the last football game that we broadcast this season, because if they win tonight, they move on and go play in the championship game at War Memorial Stadium. We, unfortunately, Natural State Sports Network does not get to broadcast that game. That's a different company. It's all the championship games are broadcasted by a different company. So, unfortunately, we can't broadcast this game, but I'm definitely going to do whatever it takes to be there that game. I'm definitely going to try to be there. I'm going to post all over social media. So you'll have to take a look at my social media accounts, primarily on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, as Champ McNabb has it here. And he doesn't get much farther than the 26 on the return.
Champ McNabb on the return for Morrilton. 18-yard return. Taken down by number 8, Damon Sally.
So 4:23 left in the first quarter. I've already seen a lot of offense, but I called that. I could have probably put up a second mortgage.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Devil Dogs.
Shotgun formation. Barry outside. The Senators read it beautifully. Down at the line of scrimmage, it was Champ McNabb on the reception. Actually, they're going to say he got a yard.
Brought down by number 4, Akeem Frampton.
That was Akeem Frampton. Of course, in 2 years, he'll be moving on to Texas A&M in College Station, Texas, as he's one of the best players in Arkansas, but already committed there. Deep shot to Cox and over his head. So incomplete. That will bring up 3rd down. But there's just so much, every week I talk about it. There's so much talent on both sides of the field for the Senators. Akeem Frampton plays both sides of the field, wide receiver, and really has been playing more safety than corner over the last few weeks on defense, and he could play either position at the next level in the SEC, no doubt. Barry's going to step up. He gets away from the sack. He can take off. He's got some legs. He's going to slide down, avoiding the tackle. His future teammate, Josiah Warrior Benson, and maybe even future favorite target, was coming up in pursuit behind him. And now the Devil Dogs are looking to speed it up here. 3 receivers on the far side. They're at the 42 after that UAMS first down by Barry. It's going to be a handoff to the running back. It's Robinson. He spins out of a couple tackles. He's got enough for another UAMS first down. But let's keep this in mind. Obviously, Maddox Berry is one of the best quarterbacks in the state. But this is a team that knows how to run the football. And Keaton Robinson and Braylon Criswell are two of the most talented backs coming out of the 5A West. As Robinson was stopped right there. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. So Criswell will come in now as the tailback. Of course, there's another Criswell on this team that's playing on defense. He's a fantastic outside linebacker. Probably call his name a couple times tonight as that pass is complete to Sandage. Look at about maybe 7 yards. Yeah, about 7 yards on the catch. No, I'm sorry. I can't count. It was a communication. No, I'm right. The board's wrong. Okay, it is 3rd and 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 3rd and 3. Kids stay in school because you'll need to know how to count. Sandage in motion. Berry looking left. He's looking for his favorite target. He's brought down. The Senators get him back to the original line of scrimmage, and that brings up 4th down. Redmond, one of them in to make the stop. His final game here at Charlie George Stadium in his one and only season with Joe T. Robinson. Are we about to? Okay, illegal motion on the offense. Of course, that penalty was declined because the Senators got to send him back even further than initially. So, the Devil Dogs, though they're kind of in no man's land, they're definitely going to punt this football away. The line the gain was at the 36, but they're not going to take the chance, as the last time they tried to do that was a turnover on downs. So Santos is the punter. Back to receiver, Frampton and Grimes for the Senators. Redmond almost got to him there. Grimes going to let that bounce into the end zone for the touchback. Exactly what Morrilton did not want right there, but exactly what the Senators wanted. So they'll have the football at the 20 with 2:09 remaining in the first quarter. While we have a second, let's hear from another one of our sponsors. When orthopedic injuries happen, get expert care now. At UAMS Health Ortho Now, we provide fast, convenient care for all of your orthopedic needs, from sports injuries to joint pain and beyond. No appointment needed. Walk in for immediate care, get on-site x-rays, and see the best in orthopedic care all in one place. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon, conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. The Senators ready to go here. Frampton goes in motion. Simpson going deep. He's got his man, Frampton, and just kind of over the wrong shoulder right there. That will fall incomplete. So 2nd down for the Senators and 10. It is a cold November evening here in Little Rock. But that has not stopped anybody from showing up. Both sides have excellent turnouts right now. The home side is, of course, packed as Petty's going to run up the middle for a yard or two, and Jaden Boston lost his helmet, so he'll have to take a play off. Peyton Cobb will step in to play. I believe he'll probably get, it'll be right tackle, but of course, Morrilton, their stands. If we zoom out, you can see their stands at some point.
1 minute and 56 seconds. 1:56. Thank you.
But Morrilton having to take the hour. Oh, how long does it take to get from Morrilton to Little Rock? About an hour, 15, maybe an hour, depending on how fast you drive. Hopefully the speed limit. So about an hour. Simpson looking left, going deep, got a man. It's Grimes. That falls incomplete. Ambitious right there on 3rd down. That will bring up 4th, and they'll have to punt this football away. So the Senators will still hold on to their lead right now, 14-7. We haven't seen them take a lot of deep shots over the last several weeks. Really haven't seen much except, I'd say, all the way back to the Watson Chapel. Well, no, I say the Searcy game. Their third to last game of the season. That nail-biter of a contest saw 2 deep shots to Hakeem Frampton. Other than that, it's been a whole lot of running. Sandage going to get the punt return here at the 50, and Petty, drags him down to, the ball came loose. Who's got the football? No official signal yet. I believe Morrilton may have gotten it back. I believe that's exactly what happened. So the Devil Dogs will keep possession here. But Sandage, he's coming off. His back sore there. We'll take another look at that big-time tackle by Trey Petty. Not just a running back. He can play, obviously, great special teams coverage. Yeah, that ball came loose. They must have declared Sandage down because the Senators had that football. They must have, again, we don't have on-the-field pylon camera, so unfortunately we couldn't get a closer look at that. But the Devil Dogs have the football in their own territory. Hand off to the running back. Big burst of speed, and I think it got, is it enough for a first down? No, it's 9 yards by Criswell. So 2nd and 1 for the Devil Dogs with 1:30 to play in the period. Another handoff to Criswell. He might have gotten it with that extra push from his O-line.
Criswell on the carry for Morrilton.
Yep, that's enough for a UAMS first down.
Number 53, C.J. Bryant. The short gain on the play.
And C.J. Bryant coming up with the tackle. Of course, he's also playing in his last game at Charlie George Stadium. A lot of seniors are playing here tonight. A deep ball, and there's nobody home. Moulton's wanting a flag. I don't know why, because I don't know if it was a hit on the quarterback, which I didn't think there was much of one, or if it was possibly pass interference, which that ball was nowhere close to a target. So no flags, of course, so it's 2nd and 10. 3 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. It's going to be handoff to the running back. It's Criswell. He's got enough for UMS first, and he is so hard to take down. The 1,000-yard rusher just continues to add to his total this year. Devil Dogs going quickly here. And I think we're going to have a timeout. Yep, it's going to be a timeout by the Senators. So we're going to take that timeout right with them. Don't go anywhere. 14-7 is your score. The Senators still on top with 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Many people will experience orthopedic or spine issues in their lifetime, and the pain that goes along with that can make you feel, well, like a shadow of yourself. At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we are dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
Now, thanks to UAMS Health, I am dancing through life.
Choose UAMS Health for a better state of health.
(14-7) is your score with 43 seconds remaining in the period.
As play resumes, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Devil Dogs.
1st and 10 for Morrilton right here. Keaton Robinson, the senior, is in the backfield to the left of his senior quarterback, Maddox Berry. He'll get the handoff here. Robinson going off the outside. He'll get maybe a yard or two as he's chased out of bounds.
Keaton Robinson on the carry for Morrilton.
Of course, I was talking all about Braylon Criswell,
Forced out of bounds after a 2-yard gain.
who has had a great year, but so has Robinson. He had 103 rushing yards last week against the Hot Springs Trojans. Actually, both backs for the Devil Dogs had over 100 rushing yards, which I want to say is like the first time in years that has happened for the Devil Dogs in a playoff game. Handoff again to Robinson, and he'll get pushed. Actually be able to pick up a few more yards. It's going to be third down and about 4, maybe 5.
4-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down and 5 to go.
Barry, handoff to Criswell. Does not get the first, not even close.
Criswell on the carry for Morrilton,
But they're definitely going to go for it here, but we're going to have to wait to see what they do on fourth down. As the first quarter has come to a close, your Senators, 14-7 lead. We're going to take a quick timeout. Of course, we'll be right back with more Senator football action here on the Robinson Sports Network.
House, it's a home, and it's part of the neighborhood, and of course part of the community, and you want to build stuff that they'll take pride in.
Well, that's where they're making their memories.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where they're raising their families.
Without the bank getting us to that next step, we can't do it.
It's nice to be able to call someone at the bank and say, hey, you've worked with us for all these years. This is what we're thinking about doing. Can we pull the trigger on this today? Oh my stars, it is just so much easier to bank with First Community.
Fresh clock for both squads as we enter the second quarter of action here on the Robinson Sports Network, presented by First Community Bank and by UAMS Health. 4 receivers left side, 1 on the right. Barry looks to the sideline. Criswell is the tailback now, but he's going to switch to the other side. He'll be in the slot. Empty set. Pressure coming. Over the middle, caught, and touchdown by the Devil Dogs. That's what happens when you don't have safeties back. Guess who? Jamarcus Sandage. His second trip into the golden grass tonight. So the Devil Dogs look to knot this one up at 14 apiece with this First Community Bank extra point attempt by Ekalaz. Ichitaz. The high one, but it's through the uprights, and this one is all knotted up at 14. Take another look at that passing touchdown, and single coverage right there. No safeties back to help. No coverage over the middle, as, of course, they sent 2 linebackers to blitz, and that was just too easy for an experienced quarterback like Maddox Berry, who has it in tune with Jamarcus Sandage, his senior wide receiver, both of them with college football futures. Of course, Berry, like I said, going on to play next season at the University of Central Arkansas, just down the road in Conway. So he's going to play some D1 football. And then Sandage, he has an offer from Bethel College. I believe that's in Kansas. So both guys will eventually be playing on Saturdays.
He's kicking to number 4 at Team Franchise.
Frampton and Grimes back to receive. It's going to be a high kick. Grimes will get it. He'll elect to return it. Trying to find some room to run, and not much, but maybe about 3 yards as he's down outside the 30.
About an 8-yard gain.
I said 3 yards. It's actually going to be an 8-yard return for the junior. So let's see what Reese Simpson and company draw up here. Bryce Young Cunningham is the running back. Again, would love to see them to get their receivers involved. Hakeem Frampton, number 4 on that far side, along with Braylon Brown, number 3. Big-time playmakers, they just need the ball. It's going to be Cunningham, though. He'll follow his blockers. I believe only his second carry tonight, and he's got a 2.
About a 2-yard gain.
Tank Reese will come back in as tailback. He had that huge run that put him up over, and a rushing touchdown to strike first in the game that put him up over 200 rushing yards on the year. Nope, that's Petty, my bad. He still found the end zone, but he's up over 100 rushing yards on his own. He'll get the handoff here. Tank off the left side. He's got a lot of room to run. Flags down, but he's still going. He cuts back. Tank Reese to the 35, to the 30, and he goes out of bounds at the 23-yard line. What a run for the senior. But don't celebrate just yet, as I think that one might be going backwards. No official ruling yet.
During the run, holding offense number 3. That penalty.
And we have a special guest joining us for right this moment. It's Will Stafford, who's not really a special guest. He's been my color commentator all year long. I know you had a second to join me up here in the booth. And, Will, I know you've had a unique perspective on the sideline this game. What have you seen as we're ready to go here on second down?
That Tank Reese is the truth, man. It needs to go more to Tank throughout this game.
I know you're out of breath. You just walked up all those stairs. But, and, of course, I was talking, and we've obviously seen Bryce Young, Tank, and Petty. Of course, Petty and Reese have both found the end zone. Mm-hmm. I still want to see them throw this ball around because one of the stats that you may not be aware of, Hot Springs last week, of course, lost to the Devil Dogs, but they still were able to put up 500 yards against Morrilton. Morrilton, as great of an offense as they have a leaky defense at times.
And that's what has given Tank and I believe it was Trey Petty.
I will interrupt you. We have an interesting substitution. It's Brent Mooney coming in. He played some running back and some quarterback, and it was only his second carry of the season on varsity, second carry of the playoffs, and that will bring him 4th down. So trying to throw in a little bit of trickery, I suppose, as, of course, Brent Mooney was the junior varsity quarterback and had a rushing touchdown in the first round of the playoffs against Camden Fairview. But, Will, what have you noticed from the defense? Because I know, obviously, that last drive, single coverage.
It's really not even, as William Tate punts it off, and that's a really, really good punt, something I was just going to talk about.
It's Sandage, and he goes down around the 30.
So it's not necessarily that there's a little extracurricular at midfield, a little bit, but I was going to see if they were going to make that call immediately.
Yeah, there is a flag. They'll have a discussion. But
so it hasn't really been that the defense has not been good, because don't get me wrong, Morrilton's scoring, but the defense has been good. They're just not being given a lot of room. The past two, or in the two drives that Morrilton has been able to score, they were in their own territory to begin the drive. So it's one of those things that the offense needs to, if you're not going to score, give your defense a little breathing room.
Absolutely. So the Senator defense will have to come away with a stop right here on 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of the Devil Dogs. So it was going to be a holding against the Senators. It was against Jackson Redmond.
Now, one person that has been very, very good in this so far on defense is Hakeem Frampton.
He has
lots of solo-specific tackles. And I will say it's fun to listen to Coach Up on the sideline because I was running back and forth. But it's super fun to hear Coach Up not happy with refs because there was a holding call earlier that he was not excited about.
Yeah, I wouldn't think there's many holding calls he is excited about, especially against his own team. Shotgun formation for the Devil Dogs. Barry to the outside. It's McNabb. They've run that play previously, and just like before, it's blown up by Redmond, Frampton, and Campos.
Well, Chris, I'm going to have to take off because other things going on, but
that's true.
I will be supporting from chat. It's been real this season for sure, and somebody's taking a picture of us, but it's been a very good season, buddy.
Yes, it has been. Yes,
Go
sir.
Senators, 100%, man.
Hold on, stay for this one last play right here. Barry going deep and incomplete. Yep, flag immediately.
That is.
Big groan from this crowd.
Offensive and defensive could have been called there. Like, that was kind of just a battle back and forth.
A lot of contact. That's
it's
true.
most likely going to go to the offensive player on that in that type of play, though.
Yeah, pass interference against Hakeem Frampton. But, Will, I know you do have to go back down to the field. You got to do your other job. So thank you again for tuning in. And I will say, try to help us out with that Lakeside and Parkview game.
I will.
I don't know if there's a stream out there available.
I will find it when I get back.
So otherwise, again, thank you so much, Will, and
yes,
good luck for the rest of the evening.
For the Devil Dogs.
Shotgun formation once again. 1st and 10 in Senator territory. 8:54 left to play in the first half. Man in motion is Hogan. Hand off to Robinson. Doesn't get much right there. Maybe a yard or two. And excuse me, that was Maddox Jones going in motion.
1 yard gain on the play. He's taken down by Matthew Mocha.
Matthew Mocha in on the stop. He's a name we've called over the several times over the last few weeks, especially against Maumelle. He had his breakout performance. Barry to the outside, incomplete, looking for Sandage.
Barry's pass intended for Sandage.
I think Sandage has probably been targeted 8 or 9 times by him, on his own tonight. I think every defensive back knows on this field, knows they got to be keeping an eye on number 15 in white. We'll be 3rd down and 9. Criswell, the back, to the right of his quarterback, Maddox Berry. Criswell lines up in the slot now. Berry over the middle, incomplete, but we had a stoppage in play. Don't see any flags, and nobody's called timeout, so I'm not sure what that was all about right there.
Delay of game.
Oh, delay of game against the Devil Dogs right there. In this with this loud crowd behind them, it is easy to get delayed here.
After the penalty, it'll be 3rd down for the Senator defense.
So it's 3rd and even longer for Morrilton. 3rd and 14 to be exact. 2 receivers either side. Barry looking right, going deep. He's got a man, looking for Cox, and up and over his head. He has just not been able to connect with him on these deep shots. Of course, he's gotten a connection with him one time.
3rd down, it'll be 4th down.
Of course, his favorite target's been Sandage, but the Devil Dog fans would love to see those other star receivers get involved in the game plan this evening. So Santos back out there to punt this football away. And once again, Frampton and Grimes, who've not really been able to get a big return off these punts just yet. They're back there to receive. and I doubt it happens again. It's another high one, and that will be bouncing and actually picked up by the Senators. That was maybe not the smartest idea, but fortunately, that was Damon Sally that was collecting it.
Goes 28 yards. Return back to the 24-yard line. It'll be first and
So a
10
short
for the
return by
Senators.
the senior, getting it to the 25-yard line. Take another look at this Senator offense. Your three receivers. Jaden Todd on the far side. Braylon Brown lined up in the slot, and Josiah Warrior Benson single coverage on the near side. The running backs, Trey Petty's going to get the handoff here, and he's not going to get a whole lot. A nice push from the O-line, Dominio Patterson and company. We'll give him a couple more yards, but not much. It will be 2nd and 7.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd down and 7 to go.
You do have to ask the question, at what point do the Senators start throwing the ball all over the field this game? Hakeem Frampton, who's, of course, the leading receiver, is lined up at tailback now. He has one first down carry tonight. Will this be another one? No, it won't. Big time tackle for a loss by the Devil Dogs. Number 35, Shane Willis, the senior defensive end, was there first, and now that will bring up 3rd down.
Shane Willis. Brings up 3rd down and 10 to go for Joe T.
You have to think the Senators will throw here on 3rd and 11. Grimes, Warrior, Benson, Brown, and Frampton, the receivers, and somebody jumped. That's for sure. As Sheriff Wolf went flying backwards. See what the white hat.
Snap infraction. Offense.
Oh, of course, it was on the Senators. So they get backed up here. It's 3rd and even longer. 3rd and 16. Take another look at it there. Oh, yeah, dang it. Well, that was Sheriff.
After the penalty, it's 3rd and 15
Flinching
for
right
Joe
there,
T.
and so they'll definitely have to go with a pass right here. Jaden Todd and Braylon Brown on the outside. They're the lone receivers. Let's see what Reese Simpson can do here. Back to pass. He's got time. He's going deep. He's got a man, and incomplete. He was looking for Todd, and just well out of his reach, out of anybody's reach. So that will bring up 4th down. And the punt unit ready to head back out on the field and give the Devil Dogs a try here as we are in the waning minutes of the first half. Tied ball game, 14 apiece.
Comes onto the field to punt the ball away for Joe
Back to
T.
return, DeMarcus Sandage.
DeMarcus Sandage.
It's going to be a short punt. Will it get across the 50? No. Freeman's just going to collect it around the 49, maybe 48.
Tate's punt goes 29 yards.
So Morrilton will get the football in Senator territory
Over at the Senator 48-yard line.
for the 2nd time tonight. Now the first time they got the ball in Senator territory off a punt, didn't work out so well. It was turnover on downs. Let's see if the Senators can do the same thing right here. 3 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. 1st and 10 from the 48. Keep an eye on 15. He's towards the middle of your screen. Hand off to Criswell. He'll run into Mocha, and I believe that might be Trayson King. Rather Fisher Taylor right there. So he'll pick up 3 yards on the carry.
Brandon Ellis. It's a 3-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 to go.
Barry back to pass. He steps up, looking to run. And Tank's going to bring him down. He's just shy of the first down marker.
It's a 6-yard gain on the play.
It will be 2nd and 1. Nope. 3rd. Oh, they gave him the first down. Okay, all right. I didn't think he had enough for the first, but maybe that's why I'm not an official. Or maybe that's why I should be an official. Who knows? 1st and 10 from the 38. Barry rolling. He's running, and that was an interesting play call. A ref threw a flag at the back of the helmet of one of the Devil Dogs, so we'll have to see what that penalty is about. Real penalty is he threw it at a player. I wonder when you're training to be an official if you have to practice flag throwing.
Holding. Offense number 51.
We'll be holding against the Devil Dogs.
Replay first down.
They're going to replay the first down, but they get backed up 10. Take another look at it there. Kind of hard to see right there, but there was a holding somewhere along the way, so it's 1st and 20. Hand off to Criswell. He won't get much, maybe a yard or two.
Criswell on the carry for Morrilton, but he's tackled at the line of scrimmage.
So outside of a few first down runs from Keaton Robinson and Braylon Criswell, on the previous drives, the Senator defense has done a great job containing the run. Now they just got to contain the pass a little bit more. Shotgun formation. Tied ball game. Barry got his man, Dante Cox, who's out of bounds. A short pickup.
Barry's pass complete to Dante Cox.
He'll get 5 yards on that reception, so it will be 3rd and 15 from the 41. The line to gain, line to go is the 28-yard line. Barry looking incomplete, but a flag. Incomplete, but a flag.
Barry's pass falls incomplete, but there is a flag on the play.
And you can just hear the Senator crowd. I don't think they like the call. That was Aaron Freeman in coverage.
Holding. Defense number 14. That penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
It will still be 3rd down, but they do get a free 10 yards right there. We'll take another look at it from our camera guy, Chance. Actually, they're ready to get going here, so we'll have to take a look at it later. Before receivers on the far side, the running back is Criswell to the left of his quarterback. 3rd and 3. Handoff to the running back. Criswell, he's shifty. Oh, what a move! Criswell to the end zone. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Devil Dogs. They have taken the lead. What a maneuver by the back, but there's a flag on the field somewhere. The PA announcer said it. The offense.
The play is a touchdown. During the play, we had a sideline warning against Robinson.
It was a sideline warning against the Senators. Touchdown stands. So the Devil Dogs on to attempt the First Community Bank extra point. To try to kick is up, and it's good. So Morrilton with a 7-point lead with 4:26 in the first half over your hometown Senators. Told you this offense was good. Of course, they scored 34 points last week against a really good Trojan defense. Scored 55 points the week before that in the first round of the playoffs against a good Nettleton squad. Most points scored this season for the Devil Dogs was 61 in their final regular season game against Clarksville. Let's hope they don't do that tonight. Of course, also while I'm up here in the booth, I'm keeping an eye out for big number 2, Deuce Williams. He's yet to appear tonight. I know he is dying to play. But if the Senators move on, they'll need him healthy for that championship game. Do not want to risk an injury at all, whether that's him getting a handoff on offense or making a tackle on defense. He needs to be healthy for the big game. Frampton, he's got a hole to work through, but that was a really good special teams tackle right there by Kendrick Thomas, one of their hard-working linebackers, but there is a flag on the field.
There is a flag on the play.
There's been a lot of penalties tonight. This first half, which is not even close to being over, it's taken over an hour. My goodness.
After the play was over, personal foul. Kicking team number 45. That penalty is 15 yards from the end.
All right, so that will help the Senators this time. It was a personal foul against Morrilton. So now the Senators will have the football still in their territory, but around the 40, we'll call it the 48 3/4 line. How about that? Basically the 49. 4:23 remaining in the half. Jackson Redmond and Lennox Campos up there. Oh, it's Tank Reese. I didn't even recognize that. In at Wildcat quarterback, and he'll get the handoff. Reese Simpson will head back out on the field.
That 10-yard gain will give the Senators a first down.
Well, the public address announcer said it was first down. Not quite. It was a 5-yard gain, I'm pretty sure.
Correction, that was a 5-yard gain.
Yeah. They did get into Devil Dog territory. He corrected himself. Hey, he's worked hard all season long. Got to give him some credit. Handoff again to Tank Reese. Got about 3 on that carry.
Tank Reese on the carry again for Joe T. A 2-yard gain.
You know, and as I'm up here in the press box, I can see a lot up here, including the kid on the track wearing shorts. Now, I used to be like that in middle school. I can't do that anymore. It's too cold for me. I don't know how he does it. Hats off to him. But if you're out there listening and wearing shorts outside, please put on some pants. It's too cold. And that pass in the dirt. He was looking for Frampton.
Simpson's pass intended for Akeem Frampton. Falls incomplete, brings up 4th.
So it will be 4th down. So big decision by the Senators. I think they're going to lead the offense on the field. Coach Updegrove putting some trust in his offense, but it will not be Reese Simpson. They're going to have Tank Reese in there at Wildcat quarterback again. He just needs to go 3 yards, and it's a first. We'll see if he can do it. They may try to draw him off sides. We'll see. Tank, he's got the first. He's got the first down and a little bit more. Huge pickup. One of the biggest plays of the game by the Senators. What a gutsy call by the first-year head coach, Tyler Updegrove. They clearly saw something in their film, and they did not hesitate. Giving Tank Reese the ball in that situation, a guy that didn't even have 100 rushing yards coming into the game, and he's had some of the biggest plays tonight. Trey Petty breaks past the tackle. Has to be brought down by, trying to see that number.
6-yard gain on the play.
Who is that? That's number 8.
2nd and 4 for Joe T.
Dominic McCoy, the safety, bringing him down. Oh, and the Devil Dogs, they jump. So the Senators get some free yards right there. Thank you very much.
Defense, number 24. 5-yard penalty.
So Reese Simpson, his hard count worked to perfection, and it gave the Senators a free UAMS first down. So the Senators are rolling here. When it looked for a time like they might turn it over or have to punt, but they're looking good right here. Simpson, he's not a real good runner, and he's down. A big loss for the Senators. Big-time play coming off the edge by Rashid Criswell. One of actually 3 different Criswells on this roster. That Criswell family has so many talented players all over this field. Simpson. Play outside to Petty. He's got some room to run. Petty, he's got the first down. First down, Senators.
Simpson's pass complete to Trey Petty.
And what looked like an improbable situation is about a 25-yard pickup by the junior do-it-all player. 1:20 left to play in the first half. Handoff to Petty. He's trying to break through, but can't get much more than maybe back to the line of scrimmage. The Senators might have to use a timeout here as we're running down to a minute.
Up the middle for Robinson.
Actually, they'll get a free timeout right here. There's a player slow to get up, but he's fine. Actually, there is a Senator that has to lead the field. His helmet came off. That's Trey Petty. So he'll have to take at least one play off as Tank Reese is out there at running back. Would love to see Bryce Young Cunningham get a few more carries, especially knowing what he did last week, getting this crowd hyped up. Clock has resumed, and we're under a minute left to play in the first half. So now we take the timeout. So we're going to pause at 57 seconds while we have a second. Let's hear from one of our sponsors. When orthopedic injuries happen, get expert care now. At UAMS Health Ortho Now, we provide fast, convenient care for all of your orthopedic needs, from sports injuries to joint pain and beyond. No appointment is needed. Walk in for immediate care, get on-site x-rays, and see the best in orthopedic care all in one place. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Don't wait in pain, walk in today. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674. .57 seconds left to play in the first half. Simpson to the end zone. Caught. What a grab. Jaden Todd, touchdown. Your Senators have a chance to tie this one up.
Reese Simpson pass complete to number 5, Jaden Todd.
That is the second touchdown of the year for Jaden Todd. Just his 8th reception. And the first passing touchdown of the night by the junior quarterback. Tate. First Community Bank extra point. It's blocked. It's blocked. My goodness, it was blocked. It took too long to develop. I couldn't tell who came off the edge to reject it, but the score will stay right where it is. Your Senators down by a single point. Great special teams work by the Devil Dogs, and they'll be able to get this football, and I think they have enough time to put together a pretty good drive and get themselves in scoring position. And for all of you that are joining us tonight and joining us in our live fan feedback chat room, we're going to need you to help us out on that Parkview Lakeside score. I know a few of you said it was like 7-7 last time I checked. But since I believe there is no live stream of that game, you guys are going to have to help us out on that front, because we got to know who's going to play next week in the winner of this game. Sandage, Criswell. And I can't tell who the other Devil Dog is, are back to receive. It will be Sandage, though. And he won't get much more than about 20 yards. So he's down at the 25.
Sandage fields the kickoff return for Morrilton. A 20-yard return. He's met by number 14, Aaron Freeman.
So it was Aaron Freeman on the stop, and that's a guy that's going to be a huge player next season for the Senators. Just gets better and better every game.
10 for the Devil Dogs from their own 26-yard line.
Shotgun formation. 45 seconds to work with. They're going to run the football here. They may not try to add a big score, but Keaton Robinson is down after about a 3-yard pickup. So they're going to let the clock kind of drain a little bit here. There's a 4-second difference in the play and game clock. And I think, yeah, it looks like the Devil Dog, their sideline, they're going to go ahead and head to their locker room. This half will be coming to a close here momentarily. So 21-20 in favor of the visiting team, the Morrilton Devil Dogs, as we head into the locker room for halftime. We've seen the Senators make some pretty impressive comebacks so far in this playoffs. Only a 1-point deficit so far, but we'll see what Coach Updergrove says to those Senators at the half. 21-20, your score. Senators with the football after the break.
Many people will experience orthopedic or spine issues in their lifetime, and the pain that goes along with that can make you feel, well, like a shadow of yourself. At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we are dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
Now, thanks to UAMS Health, I am dancing through life.
Choose UAMS Health for a better state of health.
It's not just a house, it's a home, and it's part of the neighborhood, and of course part of the community. And you want to build stuff that they'll take pride in.
Well, that's where they're making their memories.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where they're raising their families.
Without the bank getting us to that next step, we can't do it.
It's nice to be able to call someone at the bank and say, hey, you've worked with us for all these years. This is what we're thinking about doing. Can we pull the trigger on this today? Oh, my stars. It is just so much easier to bank with First Community.
And we are just about ready for the second half of action to begin. Your Senators down by 1, 21-20 in favor of the visiting Morrilton Devil Dogs. This is the final matchup of 4. The 5A state championship game will be played at War Memorial Stadium just across town in Little Rock. Well, we're still looking for that Lakeside Parkview score, but let's take a look at some of the other exciting news from around the state. I know Sylvan Hills, they are the only other team in our network still alive in the playoffs. We'll see how they're faring against Shiloh Christian, but I do want to point out Benton and Greenwood are both at it in one of the 6A semifinal games. And Greenwood, of course, they have one of the best quarterbacks in the state. You could probably say in state history in Kane Archer. He just made history tonight in his 4-year career as the quarterback of the Greenwood Bulldogs. He is the first Arkansas high school player ever to pass for 10,000 yards and rush for over 2,500 yards in a career. What a career for that guy who, if you haven't been keeping up with how he's been doing in the college recruiting game, he had been committed to the University of Central Florida for a few months and then just, I think this week, decommitted from the UCF Knights and is now going to be a Utah Ute. So we'll, of course, be keeping, I know everybody in the state's going to be keeping up with his career. But let's see about some of the other scores. So the Bears, unfortunately, we're all Bear fans this season after their incredible comeback, after losing every game over the past 2 seasons, but they are currently down to the Shiloh Christian Saints 28-12 with 11 minutes left to go in the third quarter of action. Your Senators have taken the field once again as they get warmed up. Got about 3 minutes before the kickoff here. Of course, we'll try to look around for some of the other scores around the state. Let's see what we can find here. So let's look at some 4A numbers. Arkadelphia, who is the reigning 4A state champs, they're in a tight one. And if you love defense, that's your game. They're up 7-6 against the Elkins Elks in the third quarter. Then Bauxite is down by 10 points to Stuttgart. The Ricebirds have taken everybody by storm this year, and they have the 10-point advantage over a really good minor squad. Dardanelle has the 28-7 advantage over the Monticello Billies, and Warren is in a tight matchup against Prairie Grove, 19-15. Let's look at 3A. We don't talk much about 3A, but Boonville, practically, if you don't know where that is, that's almost in Missouri. They are up 33-14 against Glen Rose in the third quarter. Mansfield is up 28-14 against Bismarck, who's a pretty solid squad. I'm thinking that game will get even closer as that half comes to a close. But Salem has the 20-6 lead in the third quarter against Osceola, Fordyce, and Mayflower. Of course, Mayflower I don't know who had the top seed between the two teams, but that game is either being played down in Fordyce, a legendary football program. If you don't know much about them, that's where Bear Bryant got his start. Arguably, outside of Nick Saban, the greatest college football coach ever. And actually, the Fordyce Redbugs just scored as we're taking a look at their broadcast, and they actually have the football once again on third down, and they have the 20-14 lead against the Mayflower Eagles. Let's squeeze in a couple more scores if you wouldn't mind. Let's try 7A. How about that? Rogers actually has the lead over Bryan in the third quarter. That's an interesting one right there. And Conway down 7-13 against Bentonville. Your Senators swaying with the music. They're ready. It's cold. But one thing is on their minds, a trip to War Memorial Stadium. That is on the line here tonight. This 45-degree cloudy weather doesn't bother this Senator squad one bit. They get the football to start the second half. Grimes and Frampton back to receive.
The Devil Dogs send Aaron Ichitaz out.
Ichitaz set to kick off here.
He'll be kicking to Kyron Grimes and Akeem Frampton back deep to receive for the Senators.
We haven't gotten to see a big kick return tonight. Could this be the one? We'll see. And it's up and over the head of Frampton and into the end zone for the touchback. The Senator offense will get the football at the 20-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Senators.
So still no Deuce Williams out there for the Senators. He was dressed out today. I don't actually see him I do see him on the sideline. He's doing his best to stay warm, but I don't know if we'll get to see him tonight, which is unfortunate because this will be, win or lose, the last Robinson Sports Network broadcast of this football season. It's going to be a handoff to Tank Reese, though. He spun out of one tackle, but finally brought down by the other. Looked like that was number 4, Jeremiah Smallwood, making the stop.
Jeremiah Smallwood brings up 2nd down and 4 to go.
Second and 4 for the Senators. Hand off to Reese, and he can't get too much going right there. So that will bring up 3rd down, an early 3rd down for the Senators.
No gain on the play, brings up 3rd down and 4
They
to
bring
go.
on 2 extra receivers and Todd and Warrior Benson. They join Brown and Frampton, who are on the near side. Tank Reese remains in at tailback behind Reese Simpson, the quarterback. Todd goes in motion, and we got flags all over the place.
Snap infraction on the center. 5-yard penalty.
Another snap infraction on the Senators. It's either the 2nd or 3rd one they've had tonight. A lot of penalties. That first half, of course, took almost an hour. Well, yeah, an hour and a half to conclude. Hopefully this second half, as long as it ends up being a Senator win, doesn't matter how long it takes. And that pass is incomplete. And the Senators will have to punt this football away down 1.
Brings up 4th down and 9 for the Senators.
Jamarcus Sandage back to receive. He's right at the Robinson logo at the 50-yard line. Clean punt by Tate. It goes down at the 45. Grab it. There you go. Kalen Norwood downs it at the 43. So once again, the Devil Dogs will get the football in Senator territory off a punt.
Morrilton will take over at the Senators' 43-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Devil Dogs.
And for those of you that have been watching all season long, you'll notice, Deuce Williams has been the difference maker all season long. And even though we've seen some nice runs from Trey Petty, Tank Reese, want to see more from Bryce Young Cunningham, not having Tank Reese in there is the difference right there. As that pass, somehow Champ McNabb held on to that football.
Barry's pass
His 3rd reception of the evening.
6-yard gain on the play. Forced out by number 1, Tank Reese. Brings up second down.
Devil Dogs ready to go here. Hand off to Criswell, and he's not going to get too much farther.
Criswell on the carry again for Morrilton. 3-yard gain on the play before being taken down by Big Pat.
That was Dominio Patterson in on the stop. It's going to be tossed, but thrown up. Jackson Redmond read it like a book. It will be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
4th and 7 from the 40. The Devil Dogs wanting to go for it. Barry looking right over the middle. Caught. Oh my goodness, what a grab by Champ McNabb. He took a shot. And now there's a penalty. What? There's so many flags that have been flown on. My goodness. As a fan, commentator, whatever, just don't like to see all these penalties. Don't know who it's on. As it stands, as a UAMS first down. It's a great job by McNabb holding on to that football. Of course, the coach's son.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on the head coach for Robinson. That penalty is 15 yards.
And Coach Uptergrove is going to get hit with an unsportsmanlike call right there. We'll take another look at that first down catch. What a... Frampton laid the boom, but McNabb didn't seem to mind. He held on to the football for the first. In the red zone, Criswell with the football. He somehow breaks away from the pile. Scampers ahead for a few yards. About a 6-yard pickup.
5-yard gain on the play brings up second down and 5.
Will be second down, well into the red zone. Barry over the middle, Sandage again. Touchdown, Devil Dogs. What a game for Jamarcus Sandage. Third of the evening for the senior receiver. The senior connection has been strong tonight. And Ichitaz is out there to attempt the First Community Bank point after. That kick is up, and it's through the uprights. The Devil Dogs with the 8-point advantage. Take another look at this strike, and Sandage into the end zone. What a route, untouched. You know, this Senator defense has been so strong all season long, but they have not seen, up until the playoffs, passing offenses like Farmington and like Morrilton. Now, they saw Searcy in the regular season, and Searcy was quite the shock, jumping out to a big lead against the Senators in the first half, and then Searcy lost all of their momentum, and it was all Senator football after that in the second half. Of course, they shut down the great passing attack of Maumelle in the final regular season game as well. But outside of that, I mean, and even Pulaski Academy, traditionally known as a great passing offense. Of course, Aaron Orgill was their quarterback for most of the season, but it started out William Sabota, who had been a wide receiver. So even then, they didn't see that many great passing squads. Morrilton is just on another level. The line drive kick, and bounces into the end zone for the touchback.
Ichita's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Senators.
1st and 10 for Robinson from the 20-yard line. 9:09 remaining in the third quarter. Still still just a one-score advantage by the Devil Dogs. Braylon Brown and Keem Frampton and Josiah Warrior Benson, the receivers out there now. Trey Petty, the running back. Simpson, it's a screen pass to Petty. Nice one-hand grab, and he'll get about 3 yards on that play.
4-yard gain.
It's good coverage by Morrilton.
Second down and 6 to go.
Same formation. Petty the back. Brown, Frampton, and Warrior Benson, the receivers. Simpson looking to throw, looking for his man, Warrior Benson, and just too far out in front of him. The connection has not been there tonight.
Josiah Warrior Benson. Falls incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 from the Senator 24. Todd out there as an extra receiver. Shotgun formation. Petty still the running back. Simpson under a lot of pressure, has to run. He gets out of it. He's going to take off himself. Dives forward for the UAMS first down. What a run. What a scamper by Reese Simpson. Not known as a runner, but he did just enough for the first down right there. Just his 7th rushing attempt of the season. He had -3 rushing yards coming into this contest. Did just enough right there. 3 receivers once again. Tank Reese, the tailback this time. He'll get the handoff, and he'll get maybe a yard.
Tank Reese in the carry up the middle for Joe T. 2-yard gain on the play.
So this Devil Dog defense, who gave up over 500 yards of total offense last week, have really done a nice job here tonight at containing, I'd say nice job tonight containing the run. Of course, they have allowed 2 rushing touchdowns. But so far in the second half, they've done a nice job holding back this Senator offense, and we're going to have another flag. I'd say, actually, rather more so than the Devil Dog defense, these penalties have held back the Senators. You would think in the playoffs, as that was another snap infraction, which I don't think the Senators had a snap infraction called on them all season long. You would think in the playoffs there would not be as many whistles.
To go for the Senators.
Second and 13. Senators down by 8 in the third quarter. 7 minutes left to go. Another screen pass to Reese, and it's going to be incomplete. I think that ball, there's a flag. It might be on the Devil Dogs this time.
There was a flag on the play.
Skylar Lunan, the 5'10 linebacker, threw up his hands after the flag was thrown.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, number 45 for taunting. That penalty is 15 yards.
So they're going to get Loon on with taunting. So the Senators get the automatic first down, a big chunk of yards, and they are getting even closer
After that Morrilton penalty, it's
to the 50-yard line.
for the Senators.
So a lucky break for Robinson. Handoff to Reese. About Not much right there. Dives forward for a couple yards.
Tank Reese on the carry up the middle for Joe T.
They'll give him 3 yards.
Gain on the play. Taken down by number 36, Landon Boyer. Brings up second down.
It was the middle linebacker, Landon Boyer, on the stop. He's had a great year. One of the leaders of this Devil Dog defense. One of their leading tacklers as well. Simpson, complete. That was a close one. It got into the hands of Kyron Grimes. Will they give him the first? Not quite. Will be 3rd and inches.
Third down and 1 to go.
Dominio Patterson back there as the fullback. Will he get the football in this situation? There's another flag. Oh my gosh. Coach Updergrove shares my frustration.
False start. Offense, number 85.
We're going to have another false start. Another penalty against the offense. False start this time. Reese Simpson's going to leave the field. It's 3rd down. They're going to send Brent Mooney, who, of course, got a handoff as the Wildcat quarterback earlier this evening. Didn't get the first down, though, but
After the penalty, it brings up 3rd and 6 for the Senators.
he plays both Wildcat quarterback and junior high quarterback. We'll see if he does something special here. Mooney, he's got some speed, but gets maybe 2 yards right there. That brings up 4th down.
Brent Mooney on the carry for Joe T. No gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 4 for the Senators.
I think that Senator offense not wanting to go anywhere right now. Simpson back out there at quarterback. They may try to draw him off sides. No, they won't. Simpson looking, got Braylon Brown. He's got the first down. Clutch play. Simpson to Brown for the first time tonight.
That's an 8-yard gain.
Big time pickup for the Senators, as Braylon Brown is up over 200 receiving yards on the season with that catch and run. The guy they've been wanting to get the football to more and more. Maybe we'll see this become a trend. He's still out there far side. Bryson Cunningham in at the tailback. Simpson looking to pass. He's going deep. It's Frampton. Oh, in and out of his hands. Would have been a difficult catch for him to come up with.
Simpson's pass falls incomplete. Intended for Akeem Frampton.
But we may finally start to see a little bit of rhythm with this passing attack. Have not seen that at all tonight. But that was a great pass out to Brown on 4th down, getting that first down. And what looked like it could have been a huge strike to Frampton. It's going to be a run this time. They read it perfectly. Nothing there for Tank Reese. That will bring up 3rd and 10. This is a little outside of William Tate's range. His leg is strong. I don't know if he can kick it from all the way back there, so they have to come away with a big conversion right here. 3rd and 10 from the 38. Empty set. And Coach Updergrove is going to burn his first time out of the second half. We're going to stay right here. And while we have a second, let's hear from one of our sponsors. Let's see who it will be. I got to pull up the script first, so you hold your horses right now. Let's see. Here at First Community Bank, we believe that investing in our communities provides us all with a brighter future, and it's something we've been doing since we were founded in 1997. We're proud to support the Senators and everything they do, not just because they're great athletes, but because they represent what makes community so special. People coming together to work hard and make something amazing happen. When you bank local, everyone wins. So go Senators! First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. Well, something amazing has been happening at Charlie George Stadium all season long. The Senators, after a 10-0 regular season, winning every single game at home, will they do the same in the playoffs? Simpson under pressure. What is he going to do? He spins out of a tackle. It is brought down. Lunan and Lance Ross in on the pressure. And again, a little too far for a field goal. And not quite close enough, or too far, I guess too far forward for a punt. They're going for it on fourth down. Big time possession right here. Ten seconds on the play clock. They got to get going. 5 seconds. Simpson, he's got time. He's going deep. He's got a man. Oh, incomplete. Oh, my gosh, incomplete. That would have been a great touchdown strike, just too far out in front for Hakeem Frampton, and that will be turned over on downs. Morrilton has the 8-point advantage, and they get the ball right back with pretty good field position right here at the 37-yard line. Hakeem Frampton, a speed demon, just couldn't get that ball. Just, again, too far out in front. Keaton Robinson, the tailback for the Devil Dogs. This offense has been on the sideline for a long time tonight. Robinson's got it. He won't get much.
Keaton Robinson on the carry for Morrilton.
Mocha Bryant and Campos in on the stop.
CJ Bryant. No gain. It'll be second down and 10 for Morrilton.
Your second and 10. 3 receivers far side, 1 on the near side. Barry under some pressures, just got to throw a heave. I don't see flags, so it will fall incomplete. Third down.
He was hurried by Jackson Redmond. It'll be third down for the Senator defense.
Shotgun formation. The Cowbells are out tonight. Barry, he's got time. He's got a man. It's Sandage. He's got the first. He just kept those legs churning and got the UAMS first down.
12-yard gain on the play. He was forced out of bounds by number 5, Jaden Todd.
It was Todd that was struggling to bring him down, but finally pushed him out of bounds. Handoff to the running back. It's Criswell, and he'll spin out of a tackle and pick up about 4 yards.
Criswell on the carry.
He's a slippery fellow right there. Hard to contain.
By number 10, Jackson Redmond. Brings up second and 6.
All 5'5" of Breland Criswell. And he is so hard to bring down. He's got the ball again. A big room to run. Not quite first down territory just yet. It's going to bring up third and 1 yard to go. But Jaden Todd, who made the tackle, is down. Helmet off, and the trainers are going to take a look at him. Not sure what happened, but of course he made the tackle. It was a tough physical one, and hopefully he's all right. At the very least, he'll have to take a play off. While we have a second, let's hear from one of our sponsors. First Community Bank is proud to serve the Little Rock community. We offer personal service and expertise and a full range of financial services that meet your needs. For all of your banking needs, First Community Bank has you covered. And if you need help figuring out which product is best for your needs, our knowledgeable and friendly staff are ready to help you find the best solution for your situation. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. So they're still taking a look at Jaden Todd. But it looks like, yep, he's up now. That's good to see. That's very good to see for a guy that plays his heart out every night. Gets an applaud from the crowd. He's played well on defense tonight. Of course, had back-to-back tackles and had the lone touchdown reception for the Senators tonight as well. The Devil Dogs just need 1 yard right here.
40 seconds, please. 40 seconds late clock. Thank you.
Shotgun formation. Man in motion. The handoff to Robinson. Oh, he's got more than enough for the UAMS first down. Huge pickup with 1:50 left in the third quarter.
That's a 9-yard gain on the play.
With the tension in the air, and it just feels like this should be the fourth quarter already. I mean, this has just been a great game so far as Breland Criswell comes back in at tailback. He's more the speed back. Robinson's more of the ground and pound third down or power back, if you whatever you want to call them. They've both been fantastic this year. Of course, like I said, both backs at over 100 rushing yards last week in that win against the first seed out of the 5A South, the Hot Springs Trojans. And it's Champ McNabb with a catch, and he's down at the 25. So the Devil Dogs knocking on the door of the red zone.
Brings up 2nd down and 3 for the Dogs.
And they're ready to go here. 3 receivers, far side, 1 on the near side. Handoff to Criswell. Not much at all for him right there. He may have dove for a yard.
Tank Reese.
Tank Reese was the first to meet him right there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3 here for the Devil Dogs. Senators send all-out pressure. Barry couldn't complete it. No flags, incomplete. That brings up 4th down. I have no doubt they try to go for it right here, though.
Ball's incomplete over the middle.
And you know who he was looking for, Jamarcus Sandage, and it's good to see that Jaden Todd is back out on the field.
It'll be 4th down for the Senators defense.
Back in there on coverage. 4th down, 3 yards to go. Big play coming up right here. Barry looking right. Incomplete. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Senators have the football. Big defensive possession. Great play for the Senators.
It'll be Robinson Senators football.
Take another look at it. He was looking for Sandage. Actually, he was looking for Asher Hogan right there, and just over his head. Frankly, he's lucky it was not an interception. The Senator offense, they need to get some consistency going right now. Tank Reese, the running back, is lined up on the outside as a receiver. Frampton goes in motion. Lennox Campos is in the backfield as well as an extra blocker. Frampton, he's running on the outside, trying to make something happen. And he was just trying to make something out of nothing, and he does avoid a big loss. Gets maybe a yard on the play. If not, back to the line of scrimmage. And the chain gang is taking a second to get set back up as I think a Morrilton defender went flying, and maybe, actually, there may be a player down as some of the Robinson trainers, I can't see over there. I didn't even realize there was a player down. So I do believe it was a Devil Dog. Again, cannot tell who that was, if it was somebody involved in the play or if it was somebody on the sideline. Do hope they're all right, but I think we're about ready to get going here. Again, I cannot tell who was hurt. But we're at second down now. 2nd and 9. We're ready to go.
As play resumes, it'll be 2nd and 9.
22 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Handoff again, up the gut. Not much there happening. This Senator run game has been held to a standstill right now.
2-yard gain.
That was Tank Reese that time.
He was met by number 43.
He'll get a couple yards.
Dixon. Brings up 3rd down and 7 to go.
3rd and 7, and they're going to let the third quarter come to a close. Your Senators still trail by a score, 28-20. The Morrilton Devil Dogs have come into Charlie George Stadium, and their offense and defense are clicking. We'll see what will happen in the final 12 minutes of this ball game. Who's going to the championship? We shall see coming up in just a moment.
Many people will experience orthopedic or spine issues in their lifetime, and the pain that goes along with that can make you feel, well, like a shadow of yourself. At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we are dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
Now, thanks to UAMS Health, I am dancing through life.
Choose UAMS Health for a better state of health.
Resumes. It's 3rd and 7 for the Senators.
3rd and 7 for the Senators. Shotgun formation. Simpson rolling right. He's under pressure. Got a man. It's Warrior Benson. First down for Robinson. Big time pickup for the UCA commit.
Robinson Senators first down.
There is still some trust in this passing offense. Grimes, Frampton, Warrior Benson, the big receivers. Reese, the running back. It's going to be a toss to Frampton. He's got some room to run. There's a flag down, but he's still going. Frampton, he's got one man to beat. He goes the other way, and touchdown, Senators!
But there is a flag.
Unfortunately, that touchdown will have to be brought right back. This Senator crowd not happy. Let's see what he has to say.
During the run, holding offense in number 85. That penalty was 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Another tough break for Robinson. It just does not seem to ever end tonight. The penalties have been piling up.
After this penalty, the Senators will repeat.
My goodness.
Down.
1st and 20 from the 26. 14 seconds on the play clock. They need to get going here. Under 10, now at 5. They need to go. 3, 2, they snap it. Outside to Warrior Benson. He makes a man miss. He's got a lot of room to run. Big time. Warrior Benson, he's still on his feet. That ball's free, but he's down. UAMS first down. Senators.
7-yard reception. And a Robinson Senators first down.
Back-to-back big first downs for the UCA commit. It's hard to miss him. He's 6'3", 190. I doubt he's 6'3". He's got to be 6'5". Outside is Grimes this time. Following his blockers, makes a man miss. Grimes still on his feet. He's got the UAMS first down. This passing offense is rolling. Let's keep it up, Senators. Just the 8th reception of the season. No, 7th reception of the season for Kyron Grimes. This crowd is back into this ball game. Shotgun formation once again. Tank Reese, the tailback. Simpson to the end zone, incomplete. Was looking for Todd. Again, Simpson's not much of a runner. He had room to pick up a couple positive yards. I don't know how much he could have gotten, but he'll get another try here in the red zone. It's 2nd and 10 at the Devil Dog, 16-yard line. Single coverage on the near side. It's Warrior Benson. He had back-to-back first downs. Here's Frampton on the toss. He had a touchdown like this earlier. He's waiting for something to develop. Goes backwards. Just could never get going right there. The blocking was there. Just no holes would ever open up for the junior. He'll get a couple yards, but it will bring up 3rd down. .940 and counting in this game. Senators down a score. They need this to keep their chances of going to the championship alive. Simpson, he's got time. He rolls out. Got it to Brown. That will bring up 4th down, but it's 4th and manageable. 4th and 2.
It'll bring up 4th and 2 for the Senators.
They're going to bring on the extra offensive lineman, Peyton Cobb. Aiden Scott out there as the extra blocker. Dominio Patterson in at fullback. Will he get the football here? That's the question. Tank Reese also back there. Tank will get it. He's got the first. First down, Senators. Another 4th down conversion. And they are within 4 yards of the golden grass. Going to have a Devil Dog who leaves the field. That was the star corner, Josh Sharp, who came up hobbling.
After that 5-yard gain,
and the Senators are ready to go again. Dominio Patterson again in there at fullback. Goes back to Reese. Tank. He's in! Touchdown, Senators! They're going for 2. Hold your horses so far. 2-point deficit. Brown and Reese in the backfield with Simpson. Brown goes in motion. Simpson, he's going to run it himself into the end zone. 2-point conversion. Reese Simpson putting this team on his back. Does it not known as a runner, but he's proving he's got some legs tonight. Tied ball game, 28 apiece. What a game! And listen to that crowd. There is still a lot of time left in this ball game. 8:37 left to go. But they are ready to see their Senators march on to the next and final round. But the Devil Dogs have at least one more possession right here. That offense has been so hard to stop. Let's see what the Senator defense can do. Can they come away with the stop? We'll see. Coming up, William Tate ready to kick this one off. It goes to Breland Criswell. He takes a step back into his own end zone. Will be a touchback. .34 left to play in this ball game. The Senators sideline, hyping up the crowd. The Senator fans, the Senator faithful on their feet. Barry looking outside McNabb. He got him complete, but just a few yards on that catch and run.
He's taken down by Caitlin Norwood and Akeem Frampton. A 4-yard gain on the
that is quite the matchup on the outside. Caitlin Norwood, the corner for Robinson. 5'5", 140 against a big receivers, 5'10", 185 in McNabb. Over the middle, complete. Sandage somehow was wide open, spun out of a tackle, and it was stripped! The Senators! They have the football! What a defensive play! Aaron McAdory, the Hawaiian, making the biggest play of his high school career in the fourth quarter of the semifinals. What a big play for the senior in his final game at Charlie George Stadium. Wildcat quarterback is Tank Reese, and
false start.
Committee.
Number 7.
Maybe a little too psyched to get going right there. Will be false start against the Senators.
After the penalty, the Senators will reach.
Will still be first, but it will be first and 15 from their own 49. Todd in motion. Simpson looking outside. He got Grimes, incomplete.
Simpson's pass falls incomplete on first down. It'll bring up second down and 15 for Joe T.
That will be second and 15 in a tied ball game with 7:53 left to play. Shotgun formation. Petty in motion. Simpson. He's going to escape. almost picked off. Risky pass as he was looking for Warrior Benson, I believe.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 15.
And that was Dominic McCoy, the senior safety, almost with that pick. Third and 15. Big time possession right here. Simpson, he's got time. He's going deep. He's got a man. It's Brandon! Touchdown, Senators!
Touchdown brought to you by Chris Johnson Farm Bureau.
William Tate on for the first Community Bank extra point.
Tate onto the field to attempt the extra point.
Kick is up, and it's good. Senators with the 35-28 lead over the Devil Dogs. The deep ball connection finally paid off. That's what the fans came here to see.
William Tate comes back onto the field to kick the ball away for the Senators.
I think you can tell this crowd is loving what they're seeing from the Senators thus far. There's still a lot of time left on the board for this deadly Devil Dog offense. 7:38 left to go. Tate booms this kick. Criswell receives it. He's going to take it and return it. Sally got it. Oh, what a hit by Caleb Smith on special teams. Got him down at the 17-yard line. Handoff to Robinson, and he's stopped. Lennox Campos, one of the best to ever do it off the edge for the Senators, makes the stop.
It's a 1-yard loss on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Dogs.
2nd and 11. Shotgun formation. Barry looking left. And got his man, McNabb. Todd coming in to finish off the tackle. That brings up 3rd down.
About a 6-yard gain on the play.
So a pickup of 6. Now they just need 5 more. This crowd getting back on their feet. You better be in your living room as well. Empty set. Barry steps up, breaks a tackle. Ball free. The ball is free. The ball is free. Will he be down? Will he be declared down, though? That's the question. What are they going to rule?
Alex Barry in the quarterback keeper for Morrilton.
Yep, they're going to say he's down, and they're going to say that's enough for a UAMS first down. We'll take a look at it right here. Barry stepped up, made one man miss. It's just kind of hard to tell. Plays resuming though. Berry fakes a handoff over the middle. Sandage, of course, pulls two defenders ahead for the UAMS first down.
11-yard gain on the play. It'll be first and 10.
That was a pickup of 11. Sandage has been killing it. Found the end zone 3 times tonight. He's definitely well over 100 receiving yards this evening. Berry in trouble. Take it down. Matthew Mocha. What a player he's been over the last few weeks. Him and Campos in on the stop. And Mocha meeting the quarterback in the backfield for just the second time this year. Shotgun formation again. Criswell, the tailback. He'll get the football here. He stumbles, and he's down. Big loss for the Devil Dogs. Caleb Smith is credited for the tackle for loss. And this Senator crowd is fully behind their team. Down by a score, the Devil Dogs. 20 yards to go. 30 and a mile. Shotgun formation again. Berry. Over the middle, incomplete. Incomplete, that brings up 4th down. 4:41 remaining in this ball game. They're going to punt the football away. Woo, what a defensive possession for the Senators. That defense has just picked up its play here in the 4th quarter. I was hoping when it would come to this point. Now Smallwood on to punt this football away. Grimes and Frampton back to receive. Goes up. Oh, it hits a Devil Dog, and it's down right around the 45-yard line. So the Senators have a chance to just run this clock out.
That's a 24-yard punt.
That run game has to get going, though.
Down for the Senators.
Up by a score. Tank Reese, the tailback. Aiden Scott and Jackson Redmond, the extra blockers. Dominio Patterson is in as the fullback. Hand off to Tank. Tank is met in the backfield and taken back for about a yard.
Tank Reese on the carry for the Senators. He's taken down at the line.
This clock is rolling at 4:20 right now.
For Joe T.
Under 4 minutes to play. 5 seconds on the play clock. And we're going to have flags.
Start 70 on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Once again,
Second down.
you guessed it, ball start on the Senators. Not as costly as it was earlier in the game, but it still is a punch in the gut.
Second down.
Second and 15 from the 39-yard line. Senators are taking as much time as they can. 2 receivers, far side, 1 on the near side. Simpson looking. He's looking for Warrior Benson. Oh, was he not tripped up? It looked like he was tripped up on that route. This Senator crowd voicing their opinions. Let's look at it. It's hard to tell, but that will bring up 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 15 for the Senators.
It was definitely an ambitious throw on 2nd down. You're up by a score. Clock stays where it is at 3:16. Brown goes in motion. Brown's open, off the wrong shoulder, but he made a man miss. Braylon Brown still up, he's got the first down. He's got the first down, big time pickup by the star sophomore.
And a Robinson Senator first down.
And you wonder why SMU, Memphis, all the other schools that have offered him, Vanderbilt, he's got a lot of offers. You wonder why they're sending him some mail. That's why. Big time play. As we have 3 minutes left to go in this ball game. 10 seconds on the play clock. Reese in at Wildcat quarterback. Set, take! Oh, big time run! Big time run! He's looking for the end zone! He's into the end zone! Touchdown, Senators! There is a flag, though. Did you get it? There is a flag.
There is a flag on the play.
And it will probably be on the Senators. I thought I saw a hold, but I don't know.
During your run, blocking the back, offense number 4. That penalty is 2
Oh,
yards
man.
by the foul.
They got Frampton with a block in the back. That's unfortunate. Look again at that huge run by Reese. Frampton, receiver. Oh, I can't say they're wrong. That's unfortunate. Hand off to Petty. And got back to the line of scrimmage. It was 1st and 2. Actually, they're going to say he went backwards a yard. I guess his knee touched before the ball went forward.
Timeout.
So,
Morrill, first charge timeout, second half.
.226 left to go, and we're going to have a timeout right here. What a game so far we are seeing here tonight at Charlie George Stadium. What a way, regardless of what happens, what a way to cap off the 2025 season for the Robinson Sports Network. Again, this is our final broadcast of the football season. Win or lose, as if the Senators go to War Memorial, we can't follow them with the camera, but we'll be able to spectate and still cheer them on.
As play resumes, it'll be second down.
What a story tonight. Backs against the wall, penalties against them every drive. They still have the 1 touchdown lead. 2nd and 4 now. Really, 2nd and 4? No, that's 2nd and 3. Tank Reese makes a man miss and gets the UAMS first down. Big time pickup for the senior. His final game here at home.
Timeout, Morrilton.
We are going to have a timeout by Morrilton. They have 1 more timeout remaining.
Senators gain a first down.
And you better believe I'm not going anywhere, but let's hear from one of our sponsors. When orthopedic injuries happen, get expert care now. At UAMS Health Ortho Now, we provide fast, convenient care for all of your orthopedic needs, from sports injuries to joint pain and beyond. No appointment needed. Walk in for immediate care, get on-site x-rays, and see the best in orthopedic care all in one place. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Don't wait in pain, walk in today. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674. Man, it should be open tomorrow. Grimes in motion. Hand off. It's Tank. He has really put this offense on his back in this quarter. Certainly his best single game rushing, as Morrilton will burn their last timeout of the evening.
It'll be 2nd down and 7 after this timeout.
2:11 left to go. Of course, it's high school. There's no 2-minute warning, so Morrilton has burned all of their timeouts here. They'll have to rely on their defense solely to stop the Senators. Simpson not even seeing the field right now. It's all Tank Reese. And we have a flag.
False start offense, number 10.
You'd think the official, his arm would be getting sore by now with all the flags he's thrown tonight. Because, you know, those things are weighted. It's not just like a little piece of cloth. They have a little sand or beads or something in them. So you gotta, it gives, you know, you gotta exert a little bit of energy. And he's been putting in work, which is not a good thing for Senator fans to hear, certainly not tonight. 2nd and 12. Reese following his blockers, and it was blown up right there, but a lot of time did go off the clock. That's still what the Senators were wanting in that situation. Will be 3rd down from the 40.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
So that was a loss of, hold on. Actually, I don't even know where they were at, but I think a loss of 6 right there. 3rd and 17. Simpson's back out there, potentially to throw to try to get them a little bit further into Devil Dog territory. And they're going to let the clock go all the way down to 1:02.
Second charge timeout in the second half.
As they're going to use that timeout. They have one more left to use. All right, chat. Do we know what the Parkview and Lakeside game's looking like? Let's see. I see someone said Lakeside. Man, a lot of people in our comment section this evening. Gotta love the playoffs. Okay, Lakeside. Oh! The Hot Springs Lakeside Rams are moving on to the state championship. They prevented Parkview from moving on for their 4th or 5th straight year. What a win, a 25-21 victory for the Rams. Good for them. The Senators did beat them in the regular season this year. They did lose to them in the playoffs last year, so that will be an interesting matchup. If the writing on the wall is what I think it is in this matchup. No Simpson out there now. Hakeem Frampton looks to be the Wildcat quarterback. It is third down. They can waste a lot of time. Frampton running left. Oh, he's got a lot of room. Frampton, oh, he breaks away. Wait a second, did that ball go free? Oh no, did that ball come loose? Devil Dogs say they have it. Morrilton has the football with 51 seconds. Frampton lost the football, and Maddox Berry and company have a chance to tie this one. Keep in mind, they do not have a timeout. No timeouts for the Devil Dogs. 51 seconds. The Senator defense trying to get set. Shotgun formation. Berry looking left, now looking over the middle. Oh, under pressure. He lost the football. He lost the football. Who has it? I think Morrilton got back on top of it, but the clock continues to roll. Caleb Smith forces the fumble on the sack. Morrilton trying to get ready. They're trying to go. They may just have to throw it in the turf. Yes, they do. A lot of time went off the clock. 25 seconds went off the clock. 26 seconds. 26 seconds remain. Berry got a man open. It's McNabb. He's going to lateral it to an O-lineman. He's down immediately. Clock's at 15. They have to go. They have to go. 10 seconds. They got to just snap it, throw it in the turf. Oh, he's going for one last play. One last play of his high school career. It's short. It's picked off. Incomplete. Senators win. What a way to finish. Oh my goodness. Your Joe T. Robinson Senators come away with the 35-28 victory, and they're moving on to the state championship. What a win in their final game of the season at Charlie George Stadium. Hats off to the Morrilton Devil Dogs. They fought all game long. Maddox Berry in his final high school game looked incredible. And to all the seniors littered across the field for Morrilton, what a game. What a performance. What a season. Your Senators, for the first time since 2021, move on to the state championship. And Coach Updergrove's first season as the head coach. They will take on a familiar foe, the Lakeside Rams, at War Memorial Stadium in the 5A state championship. What a win for the Senators.
Please direct your attention to midfield for a special presentation from the AAA.
And to everyone who has tuned in every week since our Week 0 contest against Pulaski Academy, thank you for tuning in. Again, our last broadcast of the season. We won't be able to make it to the state championship. We'll be there in other coverage.
Direct your attention to midfield.
Make sure to check out my Twitter or X account, CRGay2024,
And good luck.
for extra coverage and to see how your Senators do in the final game of the season. But again, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you to my family that has slowly but surely turned into Senator fans.
The Senators.
And I have to say this as well, from the bottom of my heart, it has meant everything to be the play-by-play commentator of the Robinson Sports Network. Not only is this our last football broadcast of the season, but for the time being, this will be my last broadcast with the Natural State Sports Network. Of course, I'm at KATV Channel 7 here in Little Rock, and some opportunities are presenting themselves, and for the best interest of my career, got to take advantage of those. But what a ride it has been. Last year was great. This year was even better. Thank you all for tuning in every single week. Thank you so much. Thank you for your continued support. It has meant the world to us all. I know Will Stafford couldn't be here. He's here with us in spirit. He sent me a couple big celebratory texts just a second ago, but man, what a run. And it has been my pleasure to serve as your play-by-play commentator. I hope to be back one of these days. Regardless, I'm going to be supporting the Senators forever. There is no doubt about that. But from all of us at the Robinson Sports Network, Chance, our sideline camera guy, Walter, our camera guy up on top of our booth, Will Stafford, your color commentator, who briefly appeared tonight, but your color commentator all season long, and our wonderful director, Avery McMullen. Thank you for such a great season. This does not happen without that guy, does not happen without Chance and Walter. None of this happens. And to the great people at the Natural State Sports Network, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I will always appreciate it. Again, from all of us at the Robinson Sports Network, thank you. Have a great evening. Be safe out there. God bless. And go Senators!